one of the 40 types of meditation subjects. However, there are only 2 types of the Vipassana Kammatthana or Vipassana objects. That is, Rupa Kammatthana and Arupa Kammatthana or Nama Kammatthana. Rupa Kammatthana is contemplation on materiality, and Arupa Kammatthana is contemplation on mentality. The Buddha guides Rupa Kammatthana to those who are clear in Rupa. Reversely, Arupa Kammatthana is expounded to the meditator who can perceive mentality more obviously. So the Buddha preached Arupa Kammatthana only after showing Rupa Kammatthana, that is the base of mentality. In many of the Buddha's teachings on Vipassana, contemplations of Rupa take precedence over Nama. That's why we can see there are 2 types of objects for Vipassana, that is only Nama and Rupa in brief. But sometimes these 2 objects are extended into 5, like the 5 aggregate, and sometimes Ayatana and 80 Dhatu and so on. But briefly, there are only 2 objects, Nama and Rupa, Nama Kammatthana and Rupa Kammatthana. So to practice Rupa Kammatthana after seeing Nama, if you are Samatha Yanika, you can contemplate where the mental state appears. Then you can see the habits matter as the dwelling place of the mind. When you further contemplate where the habits rely on, at the time you can see the 4 primary elements. In your body, the hardness, stiffness, softness, heaviness, lightness, all these natures are the characteristics of earth elements. Flowing or cohesion is the characteristics of water element. Heat and coolness are the characteristics of fire elements. And supporting or pushing is the characteristics of the air element. By focusing on these 4 elements or defining them as earth, water, fire, air, like a cow cut into 4 pieces, you can perceive almost all the matter or materiality if you are quite intelligent person. So if you are quite intelligent person, it is enough for you just contemplating on the 4 primary elements. Then you can perceive all types of Rupa. But if you are not quite intelligent person, you need to follow the detailed development method, that is to divide the internal organs of the body into 42 parts. So the Rupas arise distinctly, there is no being, there are no being or self. By developing in this way, you can get the knowledge of analyzing materiality, Rupa Paricheda Jnana. So you know they are neither being or self. If so, you are successful in practicing Rupa Kammatthana. For Arupa Kammatthana or Nama Kammatthana, there are also 3 inclinations or predominant factors by ways of contact, phasa, by ways of feeling, vedana, by ways of consciousness, vijnana. For some meditators, while they are practicing on Rupa, the contact that touch the object is clearer. But for some meditators, the consciousness that know the object is more obvious. And for some meditators, feeling passes more obviously. Generally, feelings passes more obviously when it appears, whether it is pleasant or unpleasant. That's why in many discourses of the Buddha teaching, feeling is mentioned as a preceding factor or the other mental factor, like the Vedana Nupassana. However, when the feeling arises, it doesn't arise alone. It appears together with the other Dhamma, such as contact, possession, the note, the object, and volition, the purpose, the object, and consciousness, the know, the object. That's why they appear the mental factor. These Dhammas are only Nama. They distantly appear, and you can get the knowledge analyzing the Nama. That is called Nama Paricheda Jnana. In your body, the mental and physical phenomena distantly appear at every moment. At the moment of seeing, they appear the visible object in eyes. So these two are rupa. At the moment of seeing, they appear seeing consciousness or eye consciousness. That is nama. And also there appear some mental factor like the intention, possession, senya, exhaustion to see visual object or mental formation. They are only mentality. They are neither being nor self. Similarly, they are perceived distantly at every moment of hearing sound through the ear, smelling the odor through the nose, knowing the taste through the tongue, feeling the touching sense through the body, and knowing the mental object through the mind base. If you can know each and every moment of rising of the phenomena, then you can visualize that they are impermanent, suffering, and non-self. To see the natures of Nama and Rupa clearly, your mind must be purified from all kinds of defilement or hindrances. In the beginning, your mind may wander here and there for several times. But when the wandering mind is contemplated repeatedly for a long time, there will hardly be any wandering. As soon as it wanders to other objects, you can immediately notice, you can contemplate it, and then it ceases to wander any longer. So you can contemplate it without interruption. When your mind is well concentrated on the mental and physical phenomena, it is free from all defilement. So this knowledge, or this is known as purifications of mind, Jada Visuddhi. With this purification, the mind can penetrate the mental and physical process in their true nature, and you can distinguish between the mental process and physical process through your own experience. That is known as Namarupa Paricheda Jnana, knowledge of analyzing between mentality and materiality. Namarupa Paricheda Jnana, or sometimes it is called Namarupa Vavutthana Jnana or Sankhara Vavutthana Jnana, because Namarupas are conditioned in Sankhara. When you can penetrate the true natures of mentality and physicality, you will no longer take them as to be being or passing. So you will purify your view and you attain deity Visuddhi. So this understanding is called purifications of view. Purifications of view means seeing the Nama and Rupa as they really are, as they truly are. Nama Rupana Yathawa Dasana Deity Visuddhi Nama. Then you can see the cause and effect of the Nama and Rupa. They arise in your body as the effect of their respective causes. Because their presence, eye in visual object, ear in sound, etc., they arise seeing, hearing, and so on. So, this knowledge of the dependent origination or causing effect is called knowledge by discerning conditionality. Pijaya Breka Jnana. What Pijaya? That is the conditionality of Nama and Rupa. That's why it is named Nama Rupa Pijaya Breka Jnana. This knowledge is also called Dhammatiti Jnana, the knowledge of rising of state or correct knowledge, Yatha Buddha Jnana, or right vision. Sama Dasana. With this knowledge, you will understand that in this life, the aggregate appear because of their respective causes. In the past life, the aggregate appear due to their respective causes. There will be a similar process of life in the future. In this way, you can overcome doubt about existence concerning in the present life, in the past life, and in the future life. It is called purification by overcoming doubt, Kinkha Vidarana Visuddhi. So, when you attain this state of knowledge or this state of purification, you are called Alasa Sri Intara, Chula Soda Bana, who have a certain destiny. It is in the Visuddhi Magga. So to attain this knowledge, you can observe every intention or wish. All actions are preceded by intention. Now you are sitting here because of your intention. Your intention to sit. That's why the intention to sit is Nama and sitting is Rupa. So there are only Nama and Rupa. So when you have to mindful on every intention, you can see every action or movement. When you concentrate it deeply, and your concentration is deep enough, by being aware of the intention and the action, you can realize that nothing arises without a cause. Everything arises depending on a cause. In this way, you can realize the mind and matter causing effect without any being, without any creator, or without any savior. There is no being who create karma or who enjoy the results of karma. There is only Nama and Rupa, appear and disappear. Kamasa Karago Nati, Vipa Kasaja Vidago, Soda Dhamma Bodhandi, Iwidan Sama Dasana. So you can see clearly the Nama and Rupa, the process of Nama and Rupa. Then you can get the strong insight knowledge, and you can see the universal characteristic. Actually, in this state of knowledge, like the Vijaya Breka Jnana, you can see only the characteristic of their individual characteristic. But later, when you get strong insight knowledge, you can see their universal characteristic. That is, anicca, dukkha, and anatta. By developing so, you can attain the noble state of Dhamma. But for a beginner, it is not easy to focus on every process of Nama and Rupa. So you should begin with an obvious point. Generally, breathing is easy to see, so you should focus on breathing in and out, or rising and falling of the abdomen. When you focus, you can see that when you are focused on it for some time, later you come to know that there is only touching and knowing, touching and knowing. So the touching part is materiality, rupa. The knowing is only Dhamma. You can know the touching part by feeling, you can know it by possession, you can know it by mental formation and by consciousness. To see such nature, you don't let your mind wander here and there. You should forget your home object or main object. You should dwell guarding the doors of the same faculty like a tortoise. There is a simile mentioned in the Komobama Sutta. The meditator should ride it like a tortoise, Kichapa lake. There is a story. Once, the tortoise was searching for food along the bank of the river. At the same time, a jackal, Singhala, maybe a white dog, he also was searching food. So they faced each other, and the tortoise saw the jackal in the distance. When he saw it, he hid its limbs and neck inside the shell and passed the time keeping silent. The jackal had also approached the tortoise and waited close by, thinking that when the tortoise is down one of its limb or neck, I will pull it out and eat it. But the tortoise did not extend any of its limb or neck, so the jackal lost interest in it and departed. So too, your defilement or evil Mara, it is constantly and continuously waiting close by you, thinking that I will gain access to him or her through the eye, through the ear, and so on. Therefore, you should dwell guarding the doors of the same faculty. So when you see the object, the visual object, you should not grasp its sign or feature. If you leave the eye faculty unguarded, evil and wholesome state might invade you. So you should guard the eye faculty and the other faculty also. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't look at any visual object or shouldn't listen any sound. The Buddha expounded two kinds of same object. That is, the same object that should be acceptable and the same object that should be avoidable. When you see the same object and it causes you increase your practice or increase your good deeds, then you can accept it. You can accept it. When you see the visual object, it helps you increase defilement. If so, you should avoid it. So, when you see the same object, you have to know that just seeing. Maybe sometimes you see it by chance. At the time, you shouldn't look at its color or shape or any other feature. Because if you focus on this point, the defilement one may enter you like the jackal. So you must make a note of seeing and stop letting the mind wander beyond awareness. So this is the way to reject unwholesome sense object. When you keep aware of seeing, bear in mind the natures of impermanent, suffering, and non-self. Through such controlling or observing, you can attain the noble path in fruition after passing through the states of insight knowledge successively. So when you dwell guarding the doors of the same faculty with the awareness, the evil Mara will lose interest in you and depart, just like the jackal depart from the tortoise. There is also the story of three men is also worthy of emulation for our effort to remove unwholesome thought. On the first day of the retreat, the three men admonished each other not to have the sensual thought, aggressive thought, evil thought during their worship. So at the end of the retreat, they met again and they asked each other how they control their mind. At the time, the youngest man said, I did not allow my mind to leave the monastery, but I keep it confined with the beating. He meant that if his mind was astray or went away during his meditation, he retreated to the monastery, that he never thought of anything in its neighborhood. So when the second teacher was asked, he answered, he did not allow his mind even to leave his room. So the power of concentration was superior to the youngest man. And then the elder man answered, during his meditation, he did not allow his mind to leave even his 5 internal organs. So it showed that how he confirmed, how he controlled, how he can restrain his mind onto the objects of the mentality and physicality, mental phenomena and physical phenomena that rise in the system door at every moment of seeing, every moment of hearing, and so on. So the Jakura defilement could not get a chance to eat his mind in time. So your time is precious. Don't let the Jakura defilement eat your present time and mind. To get the inside knowledge, you should be aware of your main object or your whole object, whether it is Nama or Rupa. So in this way, let's practice now.